Yeah, we do. And he's playing Oranos right now.
Πρόσταγμα. Μάλιστα. Βούλομαι.
Foot right on the right side, which is very nice, very nice. And also quite a lot of Oros here. Well, that's a lot of them. And they are very safe. So yeah, we will have to wall ourselves up this time. It's not going to be as offensive for me as it could be.
Έτοιμος. Βούλομαι. Έτοιμος. Πάνι.
I will be going for second TC here. Not really the same as in the previous game.
Πρόσταγμα. Βούλομαι.
Πρόσεχε. Πρόσεχε.
Where do we build the camp about here? Seems like a pretty good spot.
Λέγε.
Extra hunt, definitely good to see. Though not really safe, so yeah. I will have to live quite a long time from these Aurochs, I'm kinda thinking, and also from the hunt at the very back. As obviously I'm going to be quite heavily raided by my opponent, because he is Oranos, which means a lot of Tundra raiding.
Πρόσταγμα.
Πρόσταγμα.
3 and you should be going other one. I should be going here. Should be going for already gold. That's a bit of a misplay here. And he's probably going to be advancing pretty soon overall. So yep, I should be aiming to advance also somehow sooner if I can. Hunt at the bottom, that's definitely going to help. I'm probably going to move forward here. All those guys. Gather from this as long as I can. Nah, it's not OP at all. A decent unit, and it's not really much to do with hoplites, especially when you make a lot of throwing axemen. They just toast absolutely. But well, you supply them with enough Toxotes, they are not bad. It's a pretty decent combo, and yep, it is hard for Norse to actually deal with it, but he did have a pretty good map for that, because obviously I had all kinds of troubles with getting enough food. Well, let's concentrate on this game now. Quite a lot of hunt here still. Ufacha. Yeah, this is exactly what I forgot. Yeah, so this, to be honest, this might be just a GG right there with forgetting the house here, because it's going to delay me at least 40 seconds. That's absolutely horrible, of course. So I will definitely be advancing one Villie less somewhere, potentially on wood. I'm not exactly sure so far, but it's also not going to result in faster advance.
Πρόσταγμα.
Λέγε. Ορθός. Ορθός. Ορθός.
So far I'm not really sure how I'm going to wall. Potentially something like here and here. Really sure. But something like that I would expect. Temple will be going somewhere to basically start the wall. I will be going for a hero before that.
Πρόσταγμα.
Before advancing to the next stage.
Μάλιστα.
Πρόσταγμαλός.
Yeah, you're not going to scout here. I've scouted already enough, so I'm just going to keep the scout on this oracle to keep him from easy valor and whatnot.
Πρόσταγμα. Μεταλλεύς.
One more on the tree line and we will be happy.
Βούλομαι. Έτοιμος. Πρόσταγμα.
Yep, this is going to be quite difficult for me, obviously because they screwed up a housing in their problem.
Βούλομαι. Έστω.
Now I will be going for a defensive TC in there, so Also need to start
Έτοιμη.
walling then.
Πρόσταγμα.
And build extra house. So let's build a house around here.
Λέγε.
Not
Μάλιστα.
finished, so let's try to gather from this food source
Λέγε.
we can for some reasonable amount of time.
Έστω. Βούλομαι.
Λέγε. Πρόσταγμα.
Yeah, let's just go wherever you
Θηρευτής.
wish.
Λέγε. Βούλομαι.
Promethean
Πρόσεχε.
at the top, so let's move away.
Πρόσεχε. Μάλιστα. Ναι.
Έτοιμος. Ορθός.
Έτοιμος. Βούλομαι. Βούλομαι.
Come on, a bit more extra food needed. Rather wood.
Έστω.
1, 2, 3, 4. And the next are going to be going for goats.
Λέγε. Ορθός. Βούλομαι. Βούλομαι.
Okay, so I'm
Πρόσταγμα.
obviously switching from the TC here, or rather from...
Πρόσταγμα. Βούλομαι.
yeah, there's nothing interesting
Μάλιστα.
for you in there, don't worry.
Έστω. Πρόσταγμα. Πρόσταγμα. Εισβολή. Λέγε. Βούλομαι. Ορθός.
I also need to switch into archers, quite obviously.
Πρόσταγμα.
Yep, that's going to be the second
Μάλιστα.
building in here. 1, 2.
Ετοίμος. Βούλομαι. Έστω. Μάλιστα. Βούλομαι.
Πρόσεχε. Έτοιμος. Εισβολή.
Πρόσταγμα.
Έτοιμος.
Yeah, this is a GG because I don't really have... the housing problem there was basically crucial for everything here. I'm just going to try and research the tower if it's going to help. Not exactly positive about it, but we'll see pretty soon, I guess.
Λέγε. Ναι.
Λέγε. Εισβολή.
Πρόσταγμα. Ετοίμος. Ναι. Βούλομαι.
We'll see.
Έτοιμη. Μεταλλεύς.
Called in. Right now we'll be moving in
Λέγε.
here.
Πρόσεχε.
Finished with the food line, so let's go back to the top because we definitely need to go there.
Λέγε.
Πρόσταγμα.
And right now, let's move a bit forward. Let's move a bit forward. You also will finish the wall here with houses.
Βούλομαι.
Έτοιμη. Μάλιστα. Ναι. Μάλιστα.
Λέγε. Βούλουμε.
Πρόσταγμα. Μάλιστα. Πρόσεχε.
Okay, so not there. Not there, so okay, let's just finish with the home base then. No problem.
Πρόσταγμα.
No problem really.
Έτοιμος. Πάνι.
Πρόσταγμα.
Take one of you to finish with a wall potentially, or a house at least here, to protect the tower.
Έτοιμος. Εισβολή. Έτοιμος. Ορθός. Χώρο. Έτοιμος. Βούλομαι. Ορθός. Ετοίμος. Βούλομαι.
Πρόσεχε. Βούλουμε. Ναι.
Πρόσταγμα.
Λέγε. Μεταλλεύς.
Έτοιμος.
Πρόσεχε.
Λέγε. Μάλιστα.
We have quite a lot of gold, so we can just afford to finish
Έτοιμη.
with
Πρόσταγμα.
this.
Θηρευτής.
Πρόσταγμα. Μάλιστα. Βούλομαι. Ναι. Βούλομαι.
Λέγε. Μάλιστα.
Έτοιμος. Βούλομαι. Έτοιμος. Βούλομαι. Λέγε. Βούλομαι.
Έτοιμη.
Πρόσεχε. Ναι.
Έτοιμος.
Λέγε. Εισβολή. Μάλιστα. Έστω.
Πρόσεχε. Μάλιστα.
Ετοίμος. Μάλιστα. Βούλομαι. Μάλιστα. Πρόσταγμα. Καλώς.
Πρόσταγμα. Βούλομαι.
Okay, let's repair this. It's going to be quite enough, so shouldn't really be a problem.
Έτοιμος.
And let's go for a bit of raiding.
Πρόσταγμα.
Let's go for a bit of raiding, and let's see what we can find.
Έτοιμος. Πάνι.
Πρόσεχε. Μεταλλεύς.
Πρόσταγμα. Βούλομαι. Βούλομαι.
Let's see what we can find along the map.
Λέγε. Θηρευτής.
Πρόσεχε. Μάλιστα.
Πρόσταγμα.
Πρόσταγμα. Μάλιστα. Έστω.
Πρόσταγμα. Ισμάχιν. Πρόσταγμα.
So right now we have pretty good upgrades. So potentially
Μεταλλεύς.
would
Πρόσταγμα.
be a pretty good spot.
Εισβολή.
Έτοιμα.
Some horses in here. Everybody get in.
Λέγε βούλομαι. Βούλομαι.
Πρόσεχε. Μάλιστα.
Πρόσταγμα.
Yeah, with this, and we should be moving somewhere with the gold pretty soon.
Πρόσεχε. Βούλομαι. Μάλιστα.
Λέγε βούλομαι. Ορθώς. Λέγε έστω. Λέγε.
That's a pretty strong army. So let's have a look where he is actually somehow gathering or whatnot.
Λέγε δρυτόμος.
Έτοιμη. Λέγε. Πρόσταγμα.
Πρόσταγμα. Ορθώς. Εισβολή. Λέγε πάνι. Βούλομαι. Πάνι.
Πρόσταγμα. Καλό. Εισβολή.
Έτοιμος. Εισβολή. Πρόσταγμα. Πάνι. Βούλομαι. Έτοιμος.
Okay, so he's having a bit bigger army. So let's just retreat to some kind of safety.
Έτοιμος. Ισμάχη. Λέγε βούλομαι. Πάνι. Πρόσταγμα.
Έτοιμη.
But we really need to develop somewhere else, especially with the food, because it could be quite risky if we did not.
Πρόσταγμα.
So with the gold here,
Μάλιστα.
the bottom, this is definitely somewhere
Λέγε έστω.
that we will need to protect as much as we can.
Έστω.
Λέγε ορθώς.
And
Πάνι.
let's go for some kind of attempted trading. Yeah, especially right now with Reese advancing into Thea.
Λέγε έστω. Δρυτόμος. Λέγε
Let's switch into farms, I guess.
έστω. Βούλομαι. Μάλιστα. Μάλιστα.
5,
Μάλιστα.
6,
Έστω.
7,
Ναι. Βούλομαι.
9.
Πρόσταγμα. Βούλομαι. Ορθώς. Έτοιμος. Πάνι. Ισμάχιν.
Yeah, that's not going to finish, especially with the dead Villie.
Έτοιμος. Ισμάχιν.
That's definitely not going to finish
Λέγε
here.
ορθώς. Λέγε πάνι. Βούλομαι.
Λέγε έστω. Έστω.
Λέγε ορθώς. Ορθώς. Βούλομαι.
Might be probably attempting to go somewhere
Λέγε
forward
βούλομαι.
here.
Πάνι.
Oh, come on.
Πρόσταγμα.
Why you are going through there?
Μάλιστα.
Λέγε πάνι. Έτοιμος. Ορθώς. Λέγε πάνι. Ορθώς. Έτοιμος. Πάνι.
Okay,
Πάνι.
so he
Πρόσταγμα.
is here. He is here next to the
Λέγε
TC.
εισβολή. Έτοιμος. Ορθώς. Βούλομαι. Πάνι.
He
Ορθώς.
is next to the TC, so what else can we do? We can potentially get to the back here.
Λέγε ορθώς. Πάνι. Βούλομαι.
Λέγε. Ναι. Βούλομαι.
Πρόσεχε. Μάλιστα.
Λέγε
Yeah, you ran exactly into my
Λέγε
trap.
βούλομαι. Καλώς. Καλώς. Λέγε βούλομαι. Πάνι. Βούλομαι. Λέγε εισβολή. Λέγε καλώς. Πρόσταγμα. Πρόσταγμα. Ορθώς. Εισβολή. Έτοιμος. Λέγε ισμάχιν. Έτοιμος. Πόρο. Πρόσταγμα. Εισβολή. Εισβολή. Λέγε καλώς.
Well, he will probably steal the TC, but at this stage I'm not really minding all that much.
Λέγε πρόσταγμα. Βούλομαι. Πάνι. Πάνι.
Just going to retreat. I did cost him a bit of an army here. But how's it looking with the gold? I still need all the extra gold that I can get. It's not really going all that well because of the expensive army that I'm having.
Λέγε πάνι. Ορθώς.
Let's go somewhere further. Next trading then.
Πάνι.
Έτοιμη. Μεταλλεύς.
Send quite a lot of you to the bottom because obviously we need.
Λέγε ορθώς. Πάνι. Ορθώς.
Yeah, I just wanted to look how many of them are actually moving in.
Μάλιστα.
And it seems like almost all.
Λέγε. Βούλομαι.
It seems like that almost all, which is very curious,
Ναι. Έστω.
potentially could allow us to kill a few
Εισβολή.
units here.
Έτοιμος. Πρόσταγμα. Χώρο. Εισβολή. Πρόσταγμα. Βούλομαι. Λέγε. Χώρο. Εισβολή. Λέγε.
Έτοιμος. Καλός. Καλός.
Έτοιμος. Χώρο.
Wow, that was a lot of villagers dead.
Λέγε. Μάλιστα.
That was quite a lot of villagers dead. That's something that we really liked.
Βούλομαι.
Πρόσεχε. Έστω.
Λέγε.
Έστω.
Έτοιμη. Εισβολή.
Now let's try to force him to think that we are actually going for there. Yeah, I got that. Okay.
Βούλουμε. Ναι. Ναι.
Yeah.
Λέγε. Ορθός.
But I really like the logic that he lost
Βούλομαι.
with here with Norse to Zeus, claiming that it was OP, and so he switches into OP civilization like Oranos. Okay. But at any rate, it doesn't really matter. I should be still winning
Πρόσεχε. Μάλιστα. Βούλουμε.
because
Έτοιμος.
yeah, I'm
Καλός.
going to survive here. Don't worry about this.
Έτοιμος.
Finished
Λέγε.
with the
Βούλομαι.
wood, so let's go for some other.
Ναι.
Έτοιμος. Ορθός.
Yeah, it's not like that's any kind of problem.
Πρόσταγμα. Εισβολή. Ορθός.
Λέγε.
Έστω.
Καλός. Μάλιστα.
Λέγε. Χώρο.
Πρόσταγμα. Βούλουμε.
Έτοιμος.
I'm going to take one villager from here
Πρόσεχε.
and have a look at the bottom.
Μάλιστα.
There's gonna be some hidden gold here because they could definitely help me.
Πρόσταγμα.
Λέγε.
Έτοιμος. Πάνω. Εισβολή. Λέγε.
Έτοιμη.
Εισβολή.
Έτοιμη. Ναι. Μάλιστα.
Just some relic. Just some relic, and that's pretty much it so far.
Πρόσταγμα.
It doesn't really bode all that well for me.
Πρόσταγμα.
Έτοιμος.
Έτοιμο. Εισβολή.
Έτοιμος. Χώρο. Ισμάχη.
It doesn't really bode all that well. So I'm going to take a few villagers here,
Έτοιμη.
and I need to capture the TC
Ναι.
left because it's a bit more important than the rest.
Λέγε. Χώρο.
Έτοιμη.
How's it looking with the gold? I will need to develop to the left for sure, because without that, yeah, I'm not exactly sure how long I'm going to survive, and I also need to switch into some reasonable buildings,
Πρόσεχε. Ναι. Έστω.
like these two,
Έτοιμος. Λέγε.
and also barracks. So 1, 3, stables will be 2.
Λέγε.
Πρόσεχε.
Oh, going for Titan, are we?
Βούλομαι.
Going for Titan, are we?
Πρόσεχε. Έτοιμη. Βρυτόμος.
Λέγε. Βούλομαι. Πρόσεχε. Ετοίμος. Έστω. Μάλιστα. Ναι. Έστω. Ναι. Εισβολή.
Πρόσταγμα. Καλός.
Λέγε. Εισβολή. Λέγε Ισμάχη. Εισβολή. Λέγε.
Alright, so this seems like this might be getting into our favor, but let's wait a bit. That's definitely not decided at all.
Μεταλλεύς. Πρόσταγμα. Έστω.
Πρόσταγμα. Βούλομαι. Όρο. Πρόσταγμα. Καλός. Καλός. Λέγε.
Yeah, Titan Gate is not gonna get stopped, that's for sure.
Εισβολή.
That's for sure. We will have to somehow survive that, but let's see if you actually can. Going to be quite important overall for the rest of the game.
Λέγε. Ορθός. Καλός.
Λέγε. Βούλομαι. Θρητό. Μάλιστα. Θρητόμος.
Λέγε. Μάλιστα.
So let's move forward, and maybe we can push through here. I'm not really positive about it, especially when you are having so low food at this point.
Λέγε.
Έτοιμο. Καλώς. Πρόσεχε. Εισβολή. Εισβολή.
Όρο.
Yeah, that sucked.
Πρόσταγμα.
This is not a fight I can win.
Βούλος. Βούλος.
This is definitely not a fight that I could win.
Έστω.
Let's stop these. Because I need the extra food.
Βούλομαι.
Έτοιμος. Βούλομαι. Ισμάχη. Πρόσταγμα.
And I also need the extra heroes, come on. That's going to be a bit more difficult because obviously I don't have enough wood at this point for... Or do I? Oh, I do.
Λέγε. Έστω. Θηρευτή.
Έτοιμος. Βούλομαι. Πρόσταγμα. Βούλομαι.
Έτοιμος. Ναι.
No.
Έστω.
Well, how am I supposed to win when
Θρητόμος.
villagers stop gathering?
Θρητόμος.
God damn it. Do you see this?
Θρητόμος.
This is what people pay money for. Age of Mythology Extended Edition.
Βούλομαι. Μάλιστα.
Good job, devs. Good job, devs. This is absolutely great. Well, 6 villagers not doing absolutely anything the whole game.
Λέγε. Ορθός.
Well. Well, not much to do about that now, obviously.
Έτοιμος. Πάνι. Καλός. Λέγε. Βούλομαι. Όρο. Πρόσταγμα. Όρο.
Πρόσταγμα. Ναι. Μάλιστα. Καλώς. Καλώς. Μάλιστα. Καλώς.
Πρόσεχε. Ναι.
Πρόσταγμα. Πάνι.
Πρόσεχε.
Έτοιμος.
So let's see if he can survive, because he's still 20 pop less than me at this stage. So we could still be having very decent advantage.
Έτοιμος. Πρόσταγμα.
Λέγε.
Let's get the hero up.
Λέγε.
Έτοιμος.
We have eliminated his whole army at this stage.
Όρο. Λέγε. Ορθός. Βούλομαι. Έτοιμος. Πρόσταγμα. Έτοιμος. Λέγε. Ορθός. Καλός. Πρόσεχε.
And we'll see if he can survive somehow longer or not.
Λέγε. Ισμάχη.
I don't really think so.
Πρόσταγμα. Θρητόμος.
So far it doesn't seem so either, so yeah.
Βούλομαι. Ορθός. Πρόσταγμα. Ορθός. Πρόσταγμα. Ορθός. Λέγε.
So let's try to fight him head on. Let's try to fight him head on, and yet again,
Έτοιμος.
Λέγε. Λέγε.
do you see this? Yet again, not villagers gathering.
Λέγε.
Πρόσεχε. Μάλιστα. Έτοιμη. Ναι.
Λέγε. Ορθός. Καλώς. Χώρο. Λέγε. Καλώς.
Έτοιμη. Μάλιστα. Έστω. Βούλομαι.
Can you at least
Ναι,
move
ναι,
somewhere?
μάλιστα.
This is so frustrating, so completely frustrating.
Λέγε.
Λέγε. Πρόσεχε.
Πρόσταγμα.
Πρόσταγμα.
Λέγε. Ναι.
Πρόσεχε. Παλεύς.
Έτοιμος. Μάλιστα. Μάλιστα. Έστω. Εισβολή.
Λέγε.
Μάλιστα.
Καλώς. Πρόσταγμα.
Λέγε. Μάλιστα. Ναι.
Πρόσταγμα.
Μάλιστα.
Still a lot of food here.
Ναι.
On the right side.
Ναι. Θηρευτής. Πρόσεχε. Έστω. Έστω. Πρόσταγμα.
Πρόσταγμα. Μάλιστα.
What kind of units can we build? Well, Hydra. Oh, that we need actually houses, obviously.
Μάλιστα. Τόμος.
We
Πρόσταγμα.
need quite a lot of extra wood.
Πρόσεχε. Μάλιστα. Λέγε.
Alright, so let's have a look at the post game. I definitely could have played a bit better, but overall, really, it was in his hands. The game was in his hands pretty much the whole duration of it. I should have been advancing something like 5 straight or sub 5 with what I was planning with the one less village. It should have been something like maybe 45 or some such. That would have been pretty decent, but without that, you just could then easily jump into Mythic, and that was it. Alright then. GG for the game itself, but for the other reasons, not really.